Shalom. Giving our praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. It is not that difficult to do a lesson. The more I watch the lessons from the Akim around the world, I'm learning that there's not a lot of new brothers coming into the truth, and some of them are making excuses. Well, it's really not that difficult to do a lesson. All you gotta do, you gotta watch the lessons from the Akim, the Brotherhood, all around the world. Study the elder apostles. Learn the introduction. Learn the scripture breakdowns. Learn the scripture. And learn the prophecies. And then you get online, or you go on the street corner and on the street sidewalks and do your lesson. It's really simple. Learn the scriptures, learn the scripture breakdown, watch the brothers' lessons, and preach what they preach. Is that something? You gotta also prophesy. Okay. So you learn the scripture. Let's use, for example, 2 Timothy 4th chapter, 2nd verse. Preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Is that something? That's learning the scripture and learning the scripture breakdown. That scripture is pretty much self-explanatory. Also, you got to teach the prophecy. A good prophecy to teach, I would say, is one of my favorites. Isaiah 66 chapter 15 verse. Behold, the Lord will come with fire, with his chariots, like a whirlwind. And the Lord will bring fierce anger and rebuke and flames of fire. Is that simple? That's a prophecy that the Lord, when the Lord returns, he's going to return with his chariots. He's going to crack the clouds. And he's going to come in the spirit of anger and rebuke. And he's going to bring flames of fire. Is that simple? That is a prophecy. And what I also learned is that when you come when you call and you're new into the truth, you build yourself up in the spirit, breaking down one scripture at a time. Everything starts with the spirit. You got to build yourself up in the spirit. Learning one scripture breakdown at a time. And learning the prophecies. And you preach. You learn how the Akim, the Brotherhood, do it. And the prophets, the saints, the apostles do it. And you do the same thing. And that's how you grow in the spirit. That's how I did it. It is not that difficult to do a lesson. And pretty much, man's steps is ordered by the Lord. If the Lord put a spirit on you to do a lesson, then you do a lesson, you get out and preach. It's that simple. When I was called into the truth, I've always been a knowledgeable brother. And it wasn't that hard for me to break down, learn the breakdowns, and get online and preach the breakdowns. The water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, is that simple. I'm reminded of that movie, Minister Society. I've always been told since that movie came out that I was like that brother Sharif in the movie, that I had the knowledge, learned something new, and want to tell everybody. I've always been the brother known in my hood that had the knowledge, always breaking down stuff. And that let me know that through the spirit, I was called to do this truth, teach this truth. Is that simple? It's not that difficult to do a lesson. Learn how the saints, the servants, the prophets, the Akim, the Brotherhood do it. And you do it the same way. And build yourself up in the spirit. Is that simple? Giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash, Double honor to the elder apostles, great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I pray the lessons be edifying to the flock. On to the next one. Shalom.